Habari Gani tribe. Hello, 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 everyone. I'm going to give you guys like a few minutes, give you guys time to actually enter into the room and join me on this live today. I'm going to put my phone on Do Not Disturb because every single time, right, I'm always getting interrupted. And I don't want this to happen because I have so many important things to say today. Okay, so I'm giving you guys a few seconds. In a bit, we're gonna get this thing started. I'm gonna give Diane like the opportunity to introduce herself. But first, for our new viewers, I want to say hi. My name is Angie Digante. I am the owner of Accent Styles Boutique, where a percentage of every single sale goes towards sending kids in Kenya to school. We're located at 2742 North Florida Avenue. We're open Wednesday through Saturday from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Today has been absolutely busy. Very, very beautiful for me. I wanted to be able to get online a lot sooner, but all of the customers were flowing in. I'm not sure what I posted, but I'm excited they showed up. And so, without further ado, I'm going to let you guys get to know Diane. And so, Diane, I'd like for you to say hi to everyone.
Hi, my name is Diane Quizera, and this is my Sherry.
Hi, everyone.
Perfect. So, her name is Diane. So, Diane, I'm going to ask you a few questions. That way, we can shake off the nerves and people can become more acquainted with who you are. And so, Diane, how old are you?
I'm 33.
And what's your favorite color?
Red, definitely red.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I love red. Red isn't my favorite color. I love yellow. I love orange, but typically on my lips they're red. So I love red on my lips. I know that you're a mom and you're a wife. So tell us about your kids. You can say their names and their ages.
So my first one is Jace Jasper. He's 12. And then there's Jason, who's 9. And then I have Howie, my little one, who's 4.
Oh, and he's the sweetest. Okay, so we have all of your boys. And so I know that people are probably also curious about how long we've known each other and how we met. And so I guess we can like talk about that for a bit before we play a game of this or that. And so let's talk about how we met.
I remember it was in the salon, right?
Yeah, so we actually met in my neighborhood.
Yes.
Diane was my favorite hair braider for years. And so when I lived in, I want to say Nairobi, Kenya, just because it's the easiest place to pinpoint, but it was actually in Lucky Summer. I lived in Lucky Summer. Lucky Summer is probably like one of the most traditional places close to Nairobi that you could live. It's full of locals. Tourists usually don't venture out to that place, Diane, right? Like that place is not for tourists. People like me, quote unquote, probably should have been like in Westlands or Karen. But I found my way to Lucky Summer and I loved it. And so while I was there, I met Diane, and she not only was like my best hair braider, but she made a huge impact into my life. And so before we dive into all of that of, how we have impacted each other's lives, let's play a game of this or that. And so the first this or that is samaki or omena. So like fish or the ones that are very small like anchovies.
Samaki.
I wasn't ready for that one. I could have swore you were going to be like omena, but okay, samaki. So
Ndio.
pizza in or chicken in?
Chicken in.
Skuma wiki or kunde?
Skuma wiki.
Ugali or mchele?
I become more of Luo. Ugali.
What? You are a Luo. What's happening to you?
Do you know why?
So for people tuning in, mchele is rice. So rice or ugali. Ugali is, it looks like the things that you guys would see in a Nollywood movie, an African movie, where they're grabbing. my, people are speeding. They use ugali to grab each piece of food, like the vegetables, the meat. And so I asked her ugali or mchele, and she said ugali. And we're like, God, this girl is a Luo. So what happened to you? It's your husband. It is your
Yeah,
husband.
I know. When I met him, I didn't like ugali, but now ugali all the way.
Right, ugali is your favorite. And so for those of you guys tuning in, you know that you guys can tune in from Instagram, from Facebook, from TikTok, all over. Right now, we are getting to know Diane. Diane is one of the many families that we sponsor in Kenya. You know that at Accent Styles Boutique, we believe in like not only donating a percentage of every single sale towards the orphanage and kids in Kenya that are in need, but we've also curated a sponsorship program. And so within that program, we help change lives for an entire year. And so their responsibilities become our responsibilities. That means their rent, that means groceries, that means helping with their kids and their school fees. We become a family. And so essentially, we have taken on the problems. And so I know people are curious. People that donate or people that shop are always like, is Angie really donating the money? Is Angie really giving back to people in Kenya? Is Angie really taking the funds and buying sanitary napkins and helping out, friends and family back home? And so I'm not going to answer this question for you guys. I'm going to let Diane do majority of the talking. And so Diane was one of the recipients for the Accent Styles Boutique Scholarship about a year ago, I want to say. And within that year, we sponsored her rent and other responsibilities. And so I would love to hear, Diane, since
Yeah.
receiving this scholarship, how has this program helped your family?
It has lifted a lot of burden for us. Like before we were in the program, we used to struggle a lot. Like sometimes with rent, food, and most of the time we don't have water. So it was difficult for us to juggle between food, rent, and also school fees. When you and the program came in for us, it really helped us a lot. It really did. The burden was off our shoulders. At least we could have something to eat and not worry of tomorrow. It,
Oh,
I don't know what to say. It really helped us a lot, a lot, a lot. Before we could even have gone even like a day, maybe skipped meals. But when you came in for us, it was incredible. We had all we needed. And we could even not think of what are we going to eat tomorrow or even the day after tomorrow. We had enough.
oh
Yeah.
my goodness, Diane! I'm like, Diane will always like hit me with like the waterworks, and I'm such a strong person, but I'm like, I'm not going to cry. But Diane, I love that the program could be that for you. I never take full responsibility for the donations or taking on this project. It is collectively for all of the people that are tuning in and all of the supporters that shop, all of the people that donate, that assist with changing these lives in Kenya. And so to hear that it has had such a huge impact like that, like not only on your life or your husband's life, but in the lives of your kids, that the small things that many people take for granted, like food, was something that you struggled with. And for a period of time, you no longer had to struggle or think about that or worry about that. Um, Rent is a huge expense. Food for growing boys is a huge expense. And so at Accent Styles Boutique, when you guys donate and when you guys sponsor, these are the burdens that we lift. These are the things that we are able to assist with. And so my next question is like, how has the program, the sponsorship program, assisted with developing you as a person? Has it made you like a happier person, a more independent person? More lively? Has it made you a dreamer? Like, how has the program developed you as an individual?
I think it has made me a dreamer. It taught me how to save more, I maybe plan ahead, plan for things that I want to do. Definitely a dreamer. Yes.
Oh, I love that. So essentially what I hear is that the program, the sponsorship has allowed Diane to dream again. It has revived her in a sense, and now she is open and ready for new opportunities. And so what are like your future goals? Like what do you have in mind? Where do you see yourself like in the next 5 years? What do you want to do if your life was super comfortable and if you were still receiving sponsorship?
Mm, if I was, oh dear, I don't know. Because here where I'm staying right now, we don't get water frequently. So with the boys and with the washing and all that, it's not so sanitary here. And if
Mm.
I can, I wish I could flip the camera and I show you our arrangement. It's not where we used to be though, but it's also because right now we are a lot. I mean, we are many. We've increased. So if I was to show you, like here, where people are sleeping, so as we never had this couch though. So if earlier we could never have had this arrangement, but now if I was to dream big, maybe a better house that has water. What do you think, Mela?
I agree.
Mm, I think that that's all. And I would like to maybe to be able to provide for myself with the paintings. You see, we have paintings here. So if I had an opportunity of where to take the paintings and maybe be able to, what is the word? My God, English.
I think you'd be like my God Kizungu.
Hey, Kizungu. um, in the future, I would like to see us being able to make money through our paintings. I would also like to see us have a bigger space for the boys because with the previous year, we were so thankful that we were able, since you took the burden out of us, we were able to help in building Eric's house, Eric's mother house. We helped, we chipped in with some other siblings, his siblings. That was a dream come true because of the sponsors. Now, because a little burden was taken off our shoulder, we made it happen. Because she's been a single mom for years, and the house that she used to live in, I don't know. Not like a toilet. It was even smaller than a toilet. I'm telling you, it was something that when it rains, we used to go down on our knees and literally pray for her.
Oh,
Do that. But the last year, we managed to build her house, and we are so thankful. Angie, we never take anything you do for us for granted. We
oh.
really,
I
it's true.
I genuinely like love the gratitude, and I love that Diane is showing. Oh, Diane is like showing us, even though the position where she is right now, she doesn't feel is perfect, she is still extremely grateful. And so I hear that she does not want a hand out, she wants a hand up. And so one of her biggest dreams is independence. And so she wants a place to, she said, host the paintings. And so essentially, right, because I can translate English to English, living in Kenya for so long, is that she wants a place to host her business. She would like a place to be able to provide for herself, show her paintings, display the work that she and her husband have been doing. And I also hear that even though the home is extremely small, that she has her couch, she's grateful for the couch, even though the family is large and they don't have their own rooms or their own beds, that they have made their living arrangements very comfortable. And so I love that she has been a good steward over the finances that she's been receiving through the program. And I would love to see her expand and take it to the next level. I would love to see you have your business, a place for you to store your paintings. And I would love for you to have a place where all of you guys can have your own rooms and be extremely comfortable. And so, one of the things I want to know next is like, what would you like? I feel like you've shared a lot about like what the donors should know about how it has impacted your life. But why should people donate to Accent Styles Boutique? Like, why do you think this program is so vital? Like, why should it continue to go on?
Ah, not only me that have benefited, Angie. You should see the single mothers that you've helped, maybe with sending the kids to school, the burden you've taken of them, the kids in the children's home, Angie.
Hmm.
There are children there who really needs the help very much. And right now, I don't know if it's right now or it's always been like this, but right now, honestly, here in Kenya, things have become very tough. I'm sure there are families who are going even without food. That is why people should just, I don't know, people should could donate because children really need them. Families like mine, Angie, do you know, you remember where you found us? If people could just go to the live of the other time and see the couch we had and see how skinny I was, Angie.
You're the only person that I know can cry and laugh, Diane. How can you cry and laugh? So yes, Diane was so small. She was so skinny when we met. But getting fat, in Kenya is not a bad thing. The fat equates to being very comfortable. Um, and I love that you have been able to, sustain, and not only sustain, like be a good steward. I love how I have seen you thrive and how I've seen you grow. And not only, yourself and your husband, but your kids. I see the way they dream. I see the way they get excited. I love the way I can experience their first of many firsts, like their first time going skating or
Mhm.
their first time having cheeseburgers and milkshakes. Like, it's so much beyond just that. Like, I feel like we have become family, and I love that for us. I feel like every single person in the program, not just yourself, but even the others, like we are family. Like, I can send you to check on them. I can send you to take food to the orphanage. I can literally send you with anything. I trust you with everything, and you're so responsible. You're so mature. I feel like you are one of the best people that have ever entered this program and completed it. Um, and so there's so many comments. I'm reading so many comments. People are saying that they're emotional and there's so much gratitude here. People are saying that they're crying. People are saying that they would love to see, more of your artwork. That's definitely something that we can showcase. I would love to take a day and like showcase your artwork. That way people can see. Um, but I love it. Diane is a prime example of, like I said, things not being perfect, but still being very grateful. Her posture is always very happy. Even when I met Diane and even when I've experienced her and she's been at a lower point, right? I always see her smile. She's always polite. She's always a good mom. She's always a good wife. And so these are the attributes that I love about her. These are the things that have made her turn into family. And so I really got on here. I wanted people to hear about your experience, hear about your future goals. I wanted people to be able to donate. I wanted people to be able to outpour into your life. I wanted people to realize that at Accent Styles Boutique, like when we say that we are caring for others, when we are taking the responsibilities of people in Kenya, that it's true. And so, if you would like to donate, right, to Diane, you can put it in the memo. If you would like to just donate in general, you definitely can donate. We have Cash App, it's Accent Styles. We have Zelle, If you don't have either one of those options, you can always go directly to the website, and go to accentstylesboutique.com. Diane can tell you if something is donated specifically for her, that she receives her donation. Um, if there is ever a need, Diane knows that she can pick up the phone and she can call me, even if it's outside of that realm of sponsorship. Diane is like a sister. I will never, ever, ever, ever leave her hanging. If there is a need and we can meet it, I will meet it every single time. I absolutely love her. I love her family, right? She's my family. And so, if you've enjoyed hearing Diane's story, if you have enjoyed hearing more of the mission behind Accent Styles Boutique and how we are beyond a boutique, we are beyond pretty accessories, right? We are mission driven, we are purpose driven, and we are dedicated to changing the lives of others in Kenya. And so, even outside of this sponsorship, Diane has already begun to exercise like her independence. I do hire her sometimes for mailing packages or running errands. Even on the Kenya 2023 tour, she is literally the manager over the cooks. Like, she always makes sure that she is managing them and making sure they're doing a good job. And I see some more people posting. Yes, thank you so much. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to make sure that I add a link. That way, I can show you guys like some more photos of Diane and her family and of her artwork and things like that. And I want to thank you guys for tuning in. You guys have been absolutely supportive. I want to say thank you to Diane's family, to her and her husband. It's extremely late in Kenya, right? It's so late. And so she stayed up, she waited for me patiently, and I appreciate that. She was very transparent. Um, and so we don't want this, in a sense, for people that are tuning in, for it to be exploitive. We're not here to exploit Diane and her family. We are here to show you where your finances are going, to show you where your donations are going, and to show you how you are impacting the lives of so many people in Kenya. And so I want us to do something really special for her. I want us to donate, I want us to pour into her life, and help her get that bigger place. And so I'm challenging every single person that's tuning in right now to donate today, right? Because inshallah, right, in the next few months, we want to make sure that Diane can get a bigger house. She showed us images, she showed us that people are, sleeping on the lower levels, and that the house is full and the boys don't have their own room. And so we want to make sure that the boys get like their own space and their own freedom within the home. We want them to have their own rooms. We want you to have your own room too, Diane, right? We want you and your husband to have separate bedrooms, right? You only have 3 kids. We want you to make 4.
Do we want another one, really?
We want another one, just like the
No.
other one.
Uh, uh,
So
I think I wouldn't want another child because of the trauma I had when I was having Hawin. No.
that I understand. So that I'm just being silly, but we want to be able to raise those donations for you guys. Um,
Thank you.
right, inshallah, I'm praying, right, we will be able to, right, when you guys see us on the Kenya 2023 tour, we want to be able to present Diane with a new place. And so we want you guys to donate, we want you guys to pour into her life. If you send through Cash App or you send through Zelle, definitely add in the memo for Diane or for the boys, however you want to put it. But definitely donate today. Accent Styles Boutique, I keep saying, is so much more than a beautiful shop experience. It is so much more than that. It's inputting and impouring into the lives of Kenyans, the kids in the orphanage, and to people that are hoping to excel their business and gain independence, like Diane. These people are not looking for handouts, they are looking for hand ups. And so we want to be able to give them those tools. And this is how we do that. This is how we create these micro grants. This is how we create those interest free loans that we provide so often to the people in Kenya. This is how we're able to donate money and help them open their own boutique, or help them open their own painting location or their own tailoring shop. And so please, 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 if you're tuning in, definitely donate. And so, Diane, do you have anything else that you would like to share with the people? Um, Anything else that you would like to share about the improvements and changes in your life that have taken place?
Uh, I want to thank everyone who's donated on behalf of not only my family, but everyone who's getting help from the sponsorship, the children, the other families, the single mothers and their children. I want to thank you, Angie. You've been a blessing in our lives. And also the sponsors who's come and also donated to the kids, and also who's helped us, the children, to go to school. I'm so grateful. For the other side of the other children, we are so grateful. The other families, I know even though they are not able to come on camera and speak for themselves, but I know that they are very grateful for this program. We are so grateful for the sponsorship, for the donors. I don't know what to say. I can't express my gratitude. That's all. Thank you very much.
Oh, well, thank you, Diane. And we love you so much. Thank you for your transparency. You guys have the information listed below. If you have any additional questions, feel free to ask some questions if you would like. If you're curious, if you have a question about how the program works, if you have a question about how you can send something additional directly to Diane or to her boys, we do make a trip to Kenya every single year for the Kenya 2023 tour. You are able to meet families like Diane and other families that we sponsor. You're able to visit the orphanage and you're able to see exactly where your money has been going. And so I say all of that to say also, during the Kenya 2023 tour, we accumulate donations, whether it be toys or clothing or books. And so, if you have something that you would specifically like to send Diane's family, I'm headed to Kenya July 27th to August 5th. And if you're unable to make that tour, but you would like to send something over for yourself, definitely, right? Definitely send it by me. I will make sure that she gets it firsthand. And so again, her boys are Howie's 4, Jason is
Yeah.
how old?
9,
Jason is 9, and Jasper is
12.
12. And so she has 3 beautiful boys. So what are some of the things that they like to play with, or
I
what
think
is
puzzles.
something you think they would appreciate?
I think puzzles. How he loves cars. He calls it excavator.
Excavator. Yes, excavator. So Howie likes cars, puzzles. So if you guys see like Hot Wheels, we have a Dollar Tree. So even if you want to buy some Hot Wheels from Dollar Tree and donate them, they'd be grateful. If you want to go to Walmart, if you want to grab some puzzles, um, what are some other things that they like? Puzzles, cars,
Just,
paint,
just, just will appreciate stationaries.
stationaries. So things to create art. So stencils, pencils, uh, paint. I'm thinking because when we say stationary, right? A lot of people it might go over their head. This is British English for you. So stationary, those stencils, the tracing things that he can create art pieces with. He would love that. And so definitely. Oh, what are their sizes? People are asking what are the sizes for their clothes for Jason, Howie, and Jasper. Now, this one might actually, you guys know what? Because I know Diane so well, we probably will have to figure out their sizes. I don't have we ever bought them like brand new clothes where they have to,
No, never. I've never bought them brand new clothes. We always get second hand for them. So I don't know their sizes.
yeah.
No, I don't.
So maybe we can maybe size like look at the sizes that fit them properly now and then we can gauge a size. So yeah, Diane has never really bought the boys brand new clothing items. Maybe the eldest gets something secondhand and then passes to the second, and then the second passes to Howie. And so definitely, yeah, look at their sizes and then Someone said go a size up. So look at their sizes and go a size up, and then we can gauge the types of clothing and shoes sizes that they can get. That's a great question, and I'm glad someone asked that. And I see that someone is saying size up, so that's another smart way to gauge it. And so yeah, but can you guys imagine like hearing her story? It's something that Diane and I glossed over because it's something that we know about each other. She has, if you think about it, she has never bought her kids new clothes. Like it's something that is a luxury. Going into a store and purchasing new items just for a specific child. So typically she buys secondhand, but new clothes is definitely something that she would appreciate. The boys would appreciate. I would love for her to have. Um, and if you guys feel like you don't know the sizes or we don't know the sizes, like I said, I'll be in Kenya in July. I'll also be there in April, Lord's will. And so maybe that's something that we can go live and do. We can go live with her and the boys shopping. You guys can see them at their first shopping experience, their first time getting brand new clothes and brand new shoes. The boys are so animated and they're so easily like excited that I know that they would love that. And so those are places that your donation can go. You can specify if you send your donation, if you want it for clothes, or if you want it for shoes, or if you want it strictly to go to Diane, then you can add that into the memo. Someone said, oh, the things we take for granted. Yeah, so I think in the Western world, these are things that we definitely take for granted. We do buy secondhand clothing sometimes, or we do receive what we call hand-me-downs, where your sibling may hand you down an outfit. But to go like your entire youth, your entire childhood without owning something as the original owner is something that many people in America take for granted. And so these are some of the things that you can donate towards. You can donate towards her clothing. You can donate towards her business of setting up a shop for her for the paintings. You can donate towards her independence or her water, or her groceries. These are things that we give you the option to donate towards. So if you don't have Cash App and you don't have Zelle, again, you can always go to www.accentstylesboutique.com and donate, send an email, let me know that you've donated and that you've donated specifically for Diane and her beautiful family. And so I'm so happy that you guys tuned in. Thank you so much. I cannot show gratitude enough. Diane, I love you. I love you. I love you. Baba
I love
Jasper,
you.
we love you too. So, Baba, we love you. And so,
Thank you. Bye. We love you, Angie.
yes,
Bye.
to get on here, you guys. So definitely donate, and we will talk to you guys soon. Peace, love, and lots of African culture. We love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Love you too.